This is the playoffs for MLP. Miami versus Frisco. Look at this. Michael Lloyd. Oh! Watch out! Getting hit in the head. At least he's not too mad about it. Okay, that's good. We had a lot of body bags this weekend. A lot of amazing points. This is going to be a fun one to get into. Welcome to the Sorry Not Sorry Pickleball Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Callie. This week, we've got the MLP playoffs. They've finally started. We are here. We've got all the quarterfinal matches ready to go this weekend. But before we get into it, if you guys wouldn't mind, go ahead and hit that like button real quick. Also, subscribe to the channel in case you're not already. Also, hit the notification bell. That way you know the minute I drop a new episode. Share this episode with your friends. If they don't know what MLP is, this is the best way to get them into it. Also, leave me a comment down below. What did you think about this weekend? What was your favorite match to watch? And with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into this week's episode.
This is the new and improved forgiveness. Forgiveness is more than saying sorry. I'm sorry. Forgiveness.
I'm not sorry I took the money.
All right, before we move on, let's talk real quick about pickleballcentral.com. Pickleballcentral.com, it's where you get everything for pickleball. You can get paddles, balls, shoes, literally anything you need for pickleball, it's going to be on this site. So if you haven't been in a while or you don't even know what it is, go check it out right now, pickleballcentral.com. Every week they've got something new, including this. Look at this, the Project 007 from Selkirk. Like a James Bond paddle. 007. Everything else you can think of for pickleball, it's going to be on here. Go check it out. They got plenty of things. Lots of stuff on sale. Just make sure before you check out that you use this promo code SNS1124. That's going to hook you up with a little bit of a discount. That way you can get yourself some new pickleball stuff. Once again, head on over to pickleballcentral.com and use promo code SNS1124. All right, first quarterfinal match. We're going to start here. This is the Frisco Pandas taking on the Miami Pickleball Club. Frisco Pandas slipped into the playoffs last weekend. Miami Pickleball Club, the number 3 seed. So here we go. We'll go to game 1. This is men's doubles. Michael Lloyd, Stefan Auvergne taking on No Way Cliff and Eric Onsens. And this one is starting to be a blowout. Look at that, ATP. Miami up 13-5. 16-5 here. How about another ATP? This one is going to come from No Way Cliff. Look at this. Defended into the net, though. So they're up 17-5 here. 21-8 here. I just don't know if Stefan Auvergne is the guy. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is, but it just looks like he's not lefty, but chooses to play lefty. You know what I mean? He just, like, he looks like what I look like when I play lefty. It just doesn't look like it's actually his dumb. Has he tried playing righty? Maybe that would help. And so game point here for Miami. Looking to take the first game of this quarterfinal. That's in the net. Of course it is. 25-13, game 1. Let's go to women's doubles. Game 2, pretty much the same thing. Miami out in front the entire time. We're at 22-14 here. This was a fun rally. Some good resets from Miami. We got some dinking going. It's a little high, but it's pushing Ava Radkowska back. And look at this, firing from Bobby Oshiro. Tammy Emmerich keeping it alive. More attacks. Oh, a big overhead from Millie Rain. 23-14 now. So game point, Miami looking to get up 2-0 here in this first match for the quarterfinal. Don't forget the quarterfinals are the best 2 out of 3. So even if they win this match, it's not over there. From dinking back and forth, firefight, slowed back down. Oh, and that's in the net. So Miami goes out in front, 2-0. So game 3, last chance for Frisco. They're at 6-10 here. Stefan Auvergne tries to drop it in here. They're back on defense. No Way Cliff. Bobby Oshiro trying to keep them back. Big overhead, defended. Another big overhead, defended. Oh, and that's in the net. Frisco pulls to within 3. 11-8 here. Stefan Auvergne has awoken. Check this out. Start with some dinking. He's going to come over, speed it up. Oh, and then hands battle. Finishes with the backhand. 2-point game now, 9-11. So 1-point game here, 10-11. Frisco has been down this entire match. looking to finally be at a tie. We're dinking out wide. Thought about the ATP there. Stefan speeds up, hits the next ball. Tied at 11. So Frisco has the lead. It's 12-13 here. I think the thing with Stefano Verne is when he's playing men's doubles, he doesn't know if he should be the aggressive one because he's lefty and he's playing with a righty. But when it comes to mixed, he knows he's got to take over. And so I think once he kind of has that, you know, that expectation of how to play, that's when he starts crushing. Look at this. Just dominating the middle. 2-point lead now for Frisco. So we're tied here, 17-17. No way, Cliff. Got to start doing something to match Stefano Verne's intensity. We got some dinking. They're going to go to Stefan. Stefan flicks it, gets the party started. Bobby Oshiro with the big overhead to finish. Miami back on top, 18-17. Miami starting to pull away with this one, 19-17 here. Watch this drop from No Way, and then comes in with the poach, 20-17. So 23-18 here. Miami, 5-point lead. They're looking to take this in 3 games. They've got match point now. Look at this, Frisco fought them off. This is their 4th attempt at match point. It's 24-23. Frisco looking to tie it. Stefan taking over the middle. Backhand flick. That's in the net for Miami. So we got a tie game, 24-24. So Frisco looking to get themselves a game point. Stefan comes in flying with the backhand flick. Firefight. Comes over and hits the winner. Frisco Pandas have a game point. So can Frisco Pandas take a game away from Miami? Oh, Stefan, what a bad speed up. Miami ties it back up at 25. So Miami looking to take the lead once again. Drops it in. Ava speeds up. Stefan speeds up. Hits the counter. Down the middle, we got 26-25. Game point once again. So Frisco once again with a game point. Looking to take advantage of it. Big drives from Stefano Verne, reset from Ava. That one's long from Bobby Oshiro. And so Frisco Pandas, 27-25. We've got a 2-1 match here. So here we go, game 4. Miami looking to win this match. Frisco Pandas looking to get this thing to a dream breaker. Big overheads. Oh, and then that one's long. Good defense from Miami. 6-4 here early on. Miami out in front, 20-16. Not too far for the Pandas to make a comeback here. Miami back on defense, trying to work their way up. Millie Rain, good reset. Eric Onsen stuck back at the baseline. That one drops in. Tammy off the net. Oh, that's just out. So Miami gets the point, 21-16. So match point here for Miami. Looking to take this match 3-1 if they can pull this off. 6-point gap. Big gap for Frisco to have to cover. That's in the net. So Miami is going to take this first match of the quarterfinal. All right, now it's time for match number 2. So this first game was pretty tight most of the way. Miami out in front by 2. It's 13-11. Stefan and Michael Lloyd seem to have figured out who's taking those middle balls. A little bit better than that first match that we saw from them. So we got some dinking here. Michael Lloyd giving it to Eric Onsens. Going to the middle. Stefan speeds up. The Ernie to defend it. Firefight. Overhead from Eric. So Miami, 3-point lead. Frisco looking to get back into this. 14-18 here. Get a dink middle. No Way's there. Dink it to No Way's forehand. Stefan with the Ernie. Oh, nice get from Michael Lloyd. Can he finish? He does. Weird chest bump from him. Is this even a chest bump or is that a chest roll? So it's 19-24. Miami wasn't able to close out the game on their first game point. Backhand dinks. That one's up. Oh, Stefan with a whiff. So here we go. Game point for Miami. Out in front by 5. Looking to take this first game. Big drop. Big overhead. Even bigger overhead. That one's popped up. Stefan waits for it to bounce. Kind of sketchy. Almost hits the net. So another game point for Miami, 24-22 now. And look at this, Ernie from Michael Lloyd, 1 point game. So they get another game point, and oh no, Stefan in the net. Blew it. Miami takes game one, 25-23. So game two, time for the women. Frisco Pandas out in front by 2. It's 9-7. Tammy Emmerich dropping. Reset. Oh, goes cross court. Ava to help her out. Frisco goes up 10-7. So 17-13. 4-point lead for Frisco. Tammy Emmerich. That hits off the net. Oh, she's on her back foot. Able to drop that in there and then comes up and finishes. 18-13. So the Frisco Pandas dominate game two. It's 24-15, game point. Looking to tie this match up at 1 game apiece, and they do. Tammy Emmerich, Ava Redkowska come out with the win. We're going to game 3 now. So here we go. It's 1-1 here. Ava and Stefan taking on No Way and Bobby. The flick from Stefan gets the party started. Firefight, let's go. Oh, No Way hits that in the net. Frisco out in front early on. It's 2-1. So 8-11 here for the Frisco Pandas. The drop from Auvergne. Very high drop. Look at that cross-court angle from No Way, but Ava's there. Drop it in middle, and then look at the poach from Stefan Auvergne. Gets it to 10-11. So Miami runs away with this one, 24-15, and this is in the net from Stefan. So Miami goes out in front 2-1. We head to our last mixed match. Miami looking to take the series. Frisco trying to force the Dream Breaker to keep their hopes alive. Michael Lloyd in the middle, positioned perfectly to get them out to an 11-6 lead. Frisco on fire here. Look at this shake and bake from Tammy Emmerich. Gets it to 12-6. So Frisco out in front 16-12 here. Nice drop. Eric resets things. Speed up. Oh! And Michael Lloyd gets tied up. So 3-point game now. So 14-16. Watch Eric Onsens come in. Hits the Ernie. 1-point game. So 19-17 for Frisco. Big drive from Tammy. Michael Lloyd hits one on the line. Eric Onsens calls it wide. Michael Lloyd is certain that that was in. So they're going to challenge it. Let's take a look at this. I don't know. That looks like it is not in. That looks just out. Don't forget, we got rid of the whole 75-25 rule. It's supposed to be the very bottom of the ball. Is it touching any of the line? I definitely would not classify this as a hook from Eric Onsens. I mean, I think if I saw this, if I'm the ref, I'm calling this out.
It's coming that fast, right?
The ball was in.
Wow, they call that in. I don't know about that. Look at this. An AI ball tracker. That was 41% in, 59% out. That's out to me. So the Frisco Pandas have a 2-point lead, trying to force the Dream Breaker. Big drive from Michael Lloyd. That's off the net from Tammy. Dinkin, speed up, off the nets. Oh, and it gets Millie Rain. So we are headed to a Dream Breaker. Just to set the stage a little bit, this is exciting because first off, if Miami comes away with this win, they actually get promoted to the Premier level. If Frisco is able to win, they're going to force a third match, and that would decide who would go to the Premier level. So here we go. Frisco Pandas out 3-0. Look at this. Michael Lloyd, clean sweep on No Way Cliff. Frisco looking good after the first round. But now we got Stefan against Eric Onsens. And look at this angle. Can't get to it. Eric Onsens gets the first 3 points on Stefan Auvergne. Comes up to the kitchen, hits the little drop shot. Bounces twice. 4 sweep again. We're tied at 4. So 9-6. Miami out in front. Millie Rain, 3 straight points against Tammy. Make that 4. Another sweep. Miami out in front, 10-6. Michael Lloyd, 5 straight points on No Way. So far in this Dream Breaker. Just smacking balls. Comes up off the drop shot. Look at that angle from No Way. Gets his first point. off of Michael Lloyd. 11-7 for Miami. No way Cliff starting to get into the zone. He is locked in. Look at this. Goes down the line. Comes back cross court. Oh, and then hits the angle winner. 12-7 for Miami. And then here on 12-7, back on the baseline, hits the banana shot. 13-7, 6-point lead for Miami. So an 8-point lead for Miami. Ava Radikowska, she is the leader of this squad. She's always clutch. Comes up and then hits the winner. Gets it to 10-17. Didn't help too much because Miami out in front 20-11 match point to make it to Premier. That's wide. They did it. So not only do they advance to the semifinals, they are going to move up to the Premier level next year. That's a big deal. Miami bounced back in a big way. They did not play well last weekend in Miami, but they made up for it. So they win this playoff series, 2 matches. All right, guys, real quick, let's talk about Aim It Pickleball. Do you ever spend time drilling? If you do, that means you're spending that time not playing, which is okay, but that means that we got to make sure that we're using our drilling time to its maximum potential. Drilling is huge, especially in pickleball. I mean, with anything, you need to practice to get better. But if you're not practicing the right way, then you're really just wasting your time. Aim It Pickleball is an awesome tool that you could use during your drill sessions that is going to ensure that you can improve any of your shots. So it's basically this square that you could set up on a tripod anywhere on the court. I use it to work on my dinks, drives, my serves, my drops. I used to just put a water bottle or like a cone on the ground, sometimes even like a shoe, and I would just try to hit it. The problem is though, when you're playing pickleball, you're not always aiming for the ground. You're usually aiming for a spot in the air or a certain angle. That's why Aim It Pickleball is awesome, because that's how you can drill now. So go check out their website, go look into this thing. If you're doing any drilling at all, whether you're a pro or just someone who plays in a few tournaments, or even if you're just trying to get better for your rec matches with your friends, if you spend any time drilling, obviously you're gonna wanna see the biggest return on that investment of time. This is how you do it. So head on over to aimitpickleball.com, go get yourself one of these, and when you do, make sure you use promo code SORRY. That's aimitpickleball.com. That's aimitpickleball.com. Promo code SORRY. That's going to give you a nice discount on your order. That way you can start improving as soon as possible. Once again, that's aimitpickleball.com. Promo code SORRY on your checkout. All right, next up, let's do our other Challenger quarterfinal. We've got the Atlanta Bouncers taking on the Las Vegas Night Owls. So here we go. Let's get into it. This is game 1, men's doubles. Blaine Hovenier and Rafa Hewitt taking on Todd Foe and Jaume Martinez-Vic. Jaume trying to keep the Night Owls back. Todd Foe steals that middle ball. They're keeping themselves aligned, stuck at the baseline. And then look at Rafa come up. Goes right at Todd Foe. Chest bumping. Rafa's getting heated up early. 5-3 here. And I love Rafa Hewitt, but I love him even more in playoff mode. Let's go. This is going to be fun. Already a yeah, baby. So Atlanta out in front 9-8 here. We're in the middle of this dink rally. Check this out. Rafa, two-hand backhand. Down the line. Finger guns. Let's go. So 13-11 here. This game is just so intense. Rafa and Blaine are so fun together. Look at this. Ready? Jaume's just sitting there like, shoot, I screwed up. Atlanta still hanging on to their lead. It's 20-19. Todd Foe, big drive. Jaume up at the front. Stares down Rafa. 21-19. So 22-19 for Atlanta. Jaume, big drive. That one's off the net. We're up at the kitchen. Dinkin. Seemed like they were really going for the middle on all of their dinks. That was the game plan. As you can see, look, they just keep going to the middle. Eventually, they'll switch it up and go out wide. And then look at this. Firefight started. Let's go. Oh, settled back down. Sped up again. That's long. So Las Vegas gets it to a 2-point game. It's 20-22. So Vegas saves a game point. They've got it at 22-24. Drop. Coming in from Rafa, then drives. Blaine up at the front. Look at that. Gets. Keeps that in. 1-point game, 23-24. So Atlanta bouncers have another game point here, 25-24. The drop in, Rafa puts it middle, sped up by Jaume, off the net. Rafa couldn't handle it. So the Atlanta bouncers hang on for the win, 26-24. They go up 1-0. All right, next up, let's do women's. We got Judith Castillo and Zoe Wong taking on Emily Cedarquist and Susanna Barr. And this is kind of a funny point. Watch this. Judith Castillo has a chance to lob it, and Susanna Barr takes the messed up lob and hits it right in the net. Both of them are like, yikes, that was not our best pickleball. Susanna Barr was struggling here. I mean, look at this. Drop shot. Hits it in the net. Followed up with a missed return. Next point, we got a dink in the net. I mean, you just feel like the strategy's got to be hit it to her, right? And then how about this one in the net? And then she's going to hit this one long. I mean, my goodness. 19-12. But then Susanna Barr is going to turn things around. Check that out. Very next point. Third shot, drop perfectly in the corner, and Emily Cedarquist comes in and handles it. 17-22 now. 23-18. All right, Susanna, you're starting to get some momentum. Are you able to do something good for them? Big overhead wide. Oh, my goodness. Come on. So we got a game point for Vegas. Atlanta Bouncers still in this. It's 22-24. Susanna Barr with the big volley from the transition zone. 1 point game. So 26-26. How are we tied? Atlanta holding it down. Look at this. They're stuck back on the baseline, trying to work their way up, trying to drop things in there. Susanna Barr stuck back there. That's long, though. So Atlanta has a game point. Looking to go up 2-0. Can they pull this off? So here we go. Susanna Barr serving on game point. The drop in. The reset. Uh-oh, they're in trouble. That's off the net. What a dig from Susanna Barr. Great shot. Drives. Emily drops. Oh, and that's wide. So we're tied up again, this time at 27. So 27-27, Susanna Barr. No! She missed the return. Oh, no. So Vegas now, once again, this is their 5th game point here. Susanna Barr steals that middle ball. She's going to attack. Looking good. Oh, and then that one's in the nets. Oh, how frustrating. Wow, so the Night Owls hang on. They win this one 29-27. Nice job on Atlanta to come back into that one despite all their mistakes. But now we are tied 1 game apiece. So here we go, mixed doubles. This is going to be a fun one. How about a nice little hands battle here? Let's go. Jaume comes out on top. Takes the lead first, 1-0. So 11-10 here. Big drive from Zoe. Rafa coming up. Trying to attack overheads from Atlanta. Uh-oh. Vegas back on D. Middle ball. They get it. Rafa drops it in, and that works. Round them up. 12-10. Still a 1 point game here. 14-15. Atlanta serving. Cross court from Rafa. Backhand. And then watch this. ATP just hits it. So they take a 2 point lead. 16-14 now. 21-19 here. This game is still quite close. Tries to put that in the middle, but look at this. The poach from Jaume works. 22-19. Extend the lead to 3. So 22-23. Night Owls 1 point away from tying this thing. Drop is high. Night Owls back on D. Great get from Rafa. Zoe tries driving it in. Another great get from Rafa. Coming in, switching sides. Uh-oh, big mistake. Atlanta comes out on top. They've got game point now, 24-22. So Atlanta has game point here, 24-23. It's tight. Las Vegas looking to tie it. Oh, amazing gets from Rafa. Reset things, slowed it back down. We're dinking. They're going after Susanna Barr. Waiting for her to hit one in the net. She goes cross court. Rafa speeds up. That's off the net, slows it back down. Zoe gonna dink to Susanna and speeds up. That's out. So Atlanta just barely escapes this one. They go up 2-1, a chance to win this match here in this next mixed game. So here we go, the next mixed game, 3-1 for Atlanta. Blaine with the Burt to get it to a 1-point game, 2-3 now. Atlanta starting to pull away in this one early on. It's 10-3, 7-point lead, and that drive is off the net. Judith is so frustrated. She's like, this is crazy. And so Atlanta ends up with a match point here at 24-20. Big drive from Todd Foe, comes in on the 5th, hits the winner. And so Atlanta is going to win this first match 3-1. All right, let's head to match number 2 later on in the same day. So here we go, game 1, men's doubles. Big drive from Rafa. Another big drive from Blaine, and look at that, the poach from Rafa Hewitt. 2-point game now, 12-14. Atlanta out in front by 6. And look at Blaine. He's going to try to hit the Ernie. Foot fault. This man foot faults more than anybody else I've ever seen. Las Vegas fought off a game point. Here they are in 18-24. This drop. Todd Foe goes inside out down the line. Catches Blaine sleeping. Another chance at game point. So 20-24. Here comes Las Vegas. Big drive. Tries to go down the line. Nice get from Rafa. Quick hands. And look at that. That's in the net. 21-24. 3-point game. And then on 24-21, game point for Atlanta, we jump into the middle of the dink relay. That is high. That gets the party started. Rafa hits it in the net. So Atlanta gets the first game. So 1-point game here, 10-11. That returns long, and look at this kick from Judith. Wow, that is impressive. That is more impressive than she's done anything in pickleball. And I don't mean that because she's not a good pickleball player. I just mean that was like something I would never be able to do. So 12-11, Vegas out in front by just a point. Susanna Barr trying to keep the Night Owls back at the baseline. Emily Cedarquist with the drop shot. Uh-oh, that's a bad choice. Firefight, that's long. So Vegas goes out in front, 13-11. So the Night Owls end up with a game point here, 24-19. So 5 points to work with. That's off the net. Nice get from Zoe. Tries to hit the lob. Nice overhead. Judith Castillo now trying to keep the bouncers back. Hits the drop shot. Uh-oh, Emily's there, but it sets up Judith with the perfect ATP. So they take game 2. We're tied 1 game apiece. All right, so let's go to mixed doubles now. We'll jump in here. It's 4-7. Judith Castillo, tough return. That's off the net. Emily Cedarquist able to get back, and then she hits the ATP. Look at that. Gets it to 5-7. So 17-20. Vegas not out of this one. Just a 3-point deficit. Judith trying to drop it in. Blaine waiting for his moment to strike, and he finds it. Todd Foe hits that in the net. 2-point game now, 18-20. So Vegas finds themselves down by 1, fought off a few game points. And here they are, 23-24. Blaine hits the winner through the legs of Todd Foe. We're tied up at 24. So we got game point for Vegas, 25-24. Todd Foe dinking it to Judith. Still going to her. The lob. Judith hits the overhead. And they win. Game 3, 26-24. Vegas goes up 2-1. So here we go. The next mixed game. Jaume and Susanna Barr against Zoe and Rafa Hewitt. Rafa speeds up. Uh-oh, nice get. Oh, and then pulls it along the right side of the court there. Vegas goes up 3-1. This dude loving life right now. Who is this guy? Just got a fat cigar. Probably can't smoke there, but nobody said you can't just have a cigar in your mouth there. So 12-10 for the Night Owls. They're back at the baseline trying to drop their way in, working their way up. Nice drops. Speed up from Zoe. Nice get from the ankles by Rafa Hewitt. Gets it to 13-10. So it's 17-18 here. Atlanta looking to tie this thing up. And watch this poach from Jaume. Oh, what a shot. Rafa gives him props. Tied up at 18. So Vegas out in front by 1. It's 19-18. Vegas looking to win this match and force a third match. Here we go. They're dropping in. Stuck back at the baseline. Great get from Rafa. Comes up. Tries to drive it in. Another drive. Doesn't work. They're stuck back there. Rafa makes his way up. And now has Zoe. And that's long. So Vegas gets it to 20-18. So game point for Atlanta, 24-23. Looking to get this thing to a dream breaker. Oh, and Jaume goes down the middle. So we've got a dream breaker on our hands. If Atlanta wins it, they're moving on. So we'll start here. It's 3-0. Blaine Hovenier against Todd Foe. He gets the clean sweep in the first round. 2-5 here. We got Jaume against Rafa. This is a fun matchup. Rafa up at the kitchen, trying to put one away. He gets back towards the baseline. He's stuck in the middle. Can't find a spot. Oh, and Jaume comes out on top. 3-5. So 14-17 here. Susanna Barr already got 2 off of Zoe. Looking to get a third. Hits that. Wow. 2-point game. 15-17. So next up we got Todd Foe against Blaine Hovenier. Todd is struggling against Blaine. Stuck back at the baseline. Comes up. Able to put one in the corner, and Blaine can't get to it. So it's a 1-point game, 16-17. So Atlanta looking to tie this. Todd Foe drops it in, comes running over for the 5th, hits the winner down the line. We're tied up at 17. Vegas squeaked out a lead. It's 18-17. Blaine on his back foot, comes up, can't get to it. So Todd Foe able to keep this thing tied. So it comes down to Jaume versus Rafa. Rafa goes cross court, comes up, goes down the line, hits the angle shot. Jaume can't get to it. Beating his chest. They've got the lead, 19-18. Rafa serving with the 1-point lead. He's going to go down the line. Jaume can't get there. Rafa's jacked. 20-18. Match point for Vegas. So match point now. Vegas looking to get this thing to a third match. They would come back the next day if that's the case. Rafa trying to blast one past Jaume. Jaume is getting everything. My goodness. Jaume finds the angle. Rafa hits that in the net. 1-point game. So 19-20. Jaume serving. That's long. Oh, no, not clutch. Rafa screaming at him. So now it comes down to Judith Castillo against Emily Cedarquist. Judith gonna hit the backhand. Waiting for a moment. Emily comes up. Oh, and she blows one by her. Las Vegas takes this to a third match. They win the Dream Breaker 21-19. All right, let's jump to the next day. It's match number 3. This one is gonna decide it. Whoever takes this is going to advance to Premier and advance to the semifinals of the playoffs for Challenger. So this one is actually indoors. We had a bit of rain. Check this out. We're going to jump all the way here to 22-8. Big blowout. Atlanta serving. Rafa returning. Rafa's going to hit a shot and hits him with a yup. A little awkward when you're down by that much. So game point for Atlanta on 24-9. My goodness, that's in the net. I would be so frustrated if I was Vegas. Game 2, Vegas ends up with game point here, 24-18. And they are going to take this one. So we're tied up 1 game apiece. That means we're definitely getting at least 4. So we head to our first mixed game. It's 7-5. Bouncers out in front. And look at this. The lob, just to try to reset things. Susanna Barr hits that. Gets it to 8-5. So 8-5 now. Jaume, drive to Judith. Another drive. That's off the net. He can't get to it. He's going to hit her with the kick. She's impressed. Soccer player recognized soccer player. So Vegas is down by 4 here. 14-18 drive from Blaine. Judith tries to hit the drop. Tries to hit another. That's a little high. Gets the party started, and she's there with the counter. Goes down the line. Gets it to 15-18. So 2016, Atlanta serving. Jaume creeping up, hits the Ernie, but Judith's there with the counter. Defends it so perfectly. Jaume's like, dang, that was kind of cool. Judith's like, yeah, you know, no big deal. Look at this. Just chilling there. Boop. Just pokes it back in there. So 23-17. Atlanta out in front by 6. Trying to drop it in there. Blaine, nice hands. Gonna have a chance at the ATP. It's defended. Jaume, nice get. Oh, and that's in the net. So Atlanta gets themselves to a game point. Blaine very upset. I think he kicks the ball here.
Great defense.
Oh, he smushes it.
There.
Blue cards
Both sides.
to Las Vegas Night Owls. Ball abuse.
Oh, dang. Gets in trouble for the ball abuse there. And so game point for Atlanta, 24-17. The drop from Jaume comes in with the poach. Oh, Blaine tries to speed it up. That's in the net. So Atlanta goes out in front. A chance to take this series in the next game. So we go to our next mixed game. Zoe and Rafa teaming up. Look at that get from Rafa. Keeps it in. The ATP, though. Todd Foe cleans it up. Atlanta in front, 4-3. So 9-6 here. Atlanta serving. Drive from Todd Foe. Oh, look at that spot of a shot from Rafa Hewitt. They're able to get it. What a get from Emily Cedarquist. Backhand drop. It works. She's pumped. Let's go. High fives for everybody on the sideline. She's pumped. So 14-18. Vegas serving the drop from Zoe. Another drop. Here we go. Firefight. Oh, Todd Foe with the Ernie. Doesn't work. Vegas back on the baseline. Atlanta trying to keep him back. Todd Foe, nice reset. Goes cross court. We got Dinkin. Zoe. Emily to Rafa. To Todd. Todd Foe to Rafa. They're going to Rafa's backhand. And it gives them the ATP chance. And Todd Foe can't defend it. What a point. 15-18. Here comes Vegas. So 20-22. If Vegas can take this game, we're going to force a dream breaker to decide who moves on. That would be crazy. And look at this. Rafa off the net. Out wide. ATP. He nails it. 1 point game. Coaches looking intense. And by coaches, I mean the timeout callers. So Vegas serving on 21-22. Looking to tie this thing. That's a high drop. They're in trouble, but they make their way up. Big drive from Rafa. Nice reset from Zoe, and then she hits the winner. We're tied up at 22. So 23-22. Atlanta out in front by 1. Look at this. That's off the nets. Oh, what a get from Emily. Able to get to it. Zoe tries to speed up, but that's long. And so Atlanta has match point, quarterfinal point, premier level making point on their paddle. Everybody on the bench, anxiously waiting. Here we go. Can they pull it off? Todd Foe, high drop. Zoe doesn't speed up. Going middle. Goes cross court. Backhand from Todd Foe. He's hanging out in the middle. Going to Zoe. That's off the net. Cross court again. Dink for dink. Oh, and then that's in the net. Paddles being tossed. Atlanta. They are moving on. Wow. So the Atlanta Bouncers and the Miami Pickleball Club are going to be the 2 teams so far that move on. They also are going to join the Chicago Slice and the SoCal Hard Eights in Premier. Exciting stuff from Challenger. Sheath underwear. Everybody's starting to get it. Why don't you have it yet? If you don't know what sheath underwear is, I'm telling you, this is the best underwear that any pickleball player can wear. I know that sounds a little weird, but check it out. I mean, so first off, the material for this underwear is fantastic. They have these bamboo ones, which I know that's like a tree, but like it's fabric, and it will keep you so cool. It's great for sweat to evaporate off of it. It's nice and comfortable. It's like silky smooth. But here's the big thing about sheath underwear is that it has these isolative pouches or sheaths or pockets where you could basically compartmentalize certain parts of your body for us men. But ladies, they got stuff for you too. I know they got some wacky, weird designs like this, and maybe that's what you want. But if you want something a little bit more sleek and cool, they got all these black ones. They got bottoms too. You deserve to be comfortable when you're just chilling or playing pickleball. For the guys out there, I'm telling you right now, if you wear one of these, you will never go back to any other pair of underwear. A few years back, I bought one pair of sheath underwear. At this point, it's the only underwear I wear. So be careful, because I'm telling you right now, I'm giving you a warning. If you get one of these pairs of underwear from sheathunderwear.com, you will never go back. So if you're ready to make that leap of faith and you're ready to go over to the other side, head on over to sheathunderwear.com, use promo code SORRY-NOT-SORRY. That's going to give you a big discount on your order. That way you can get a bunch. You can do what I did, just completely convert your whole wardrobe. Once again, that is sheathunderwear.com. Use promo code SORRY-NOT-SORRY on your checkout. All right, next, let's go to Premier. We're going to start here. This is the Dallas Flash taking on the New York Hustlers. Dallas Flash were at the 3 seed. They were able to choose who they wanted to play. So they did select New York as their opponent. So we'll start here. We got men's doubles, Augie Guh and JW Johnson taking on Jack Sock and CJ Klinger. The boy, the GOAT, CJ Klinger. Check this point out right here. This is early on. 1-0 Dallas Flash. Firefight already. That's off the net though. Dallas Flash up 2-0. We'll jump here. It's 8-7. Nice little dink rally. J-Dub holding it down. Jack tries to speed up, slow it back down. DJ says no to the earning. Oh, Jack Sock in the net. And then look at the score that we have here. Dave Fleming, tell everybody.
And we got snowmen at Dallas in November.
Oh, snap. Snowmen. Let's go. So 12-11 here. Tight game. Dallas up by 1. Start with some dink in. CJ tries to speed it up, but that's off the net. And Jack Sock pays the price. Backed in the chest. 13-11. Dallas Flash, technically the home team, and this actually feels like it. Look at this crowd. They've got signs. They're wearing pink. I don't know why. The Dallas Flash are not pink, but we'll take it. The cowboy hats. I mean, you know, the Dallas Flash have nothing to do with Cowboys either, but once again, we're just going to roll with it. Still just a 2-point game here. Hustlers down 15-17. Nice return by J-Dub. Look at that. And then Jack Sock with the punch. 1-point game, 16-17. 18-16 here. We got some dinking, cross court. Going to the middle. DJ Klinger. Backhand to J-Dub, and it doesn't work. He's there with the Ernie. Dallas Flash in front, 19-16. Dallas Flash starting to run away with this one. It's 23-18. 5-point lead for him. Come to the kitchen. We'll have some dinking. We're going to go cross court. Jack and J-Dub. Jack Sock. Oh, nice dink to J-Dub's feet. Firefight. Slowed down by the net. Dink in the middle. CJ handles it. We got cross court. Nice flick. And that leads to an ATP from Augie Guh. Game point for Dallas now. And then here on game point, 24-19. Up at the kitchen. Augie Guh, same thing. Another ATP. Not defended well enough. So the Dallas Flash take game 1. Look at these signs. Jack Sock, go back to tennis. All right, next up, let's go to women's doubles. Hustlers out in front here, 5-3. Hustlers with Leah Jansen and Jackie Kawamoto against Hurricane Tyra Black and Jorja Johnson. We're up at the kitchen dinking. Don't give it out too wide to Jorja because she'll do that. Look at that. ATP. Jackie couldn't defend it. Dallas Flash pulls in to within 1 point here. Tied up at 7 here. Start with some dinking. Wait for it. Somebody speed up. Who's it going to be? Tyra to Leia. Back to Tyra. Back to Leia. Goes middle. And then finally, Leia strikes. Firefight. That's wide. Hustlers out in front. 8-7. So Hustlers leading it 14-12 here. Leia with the big drive. Drop from Jackie. Leia in transition zone. She's going to hit a few resets here. Look at that one. And then Jackie comes in. Starts the rally. Hustlers out in front here. 15-12 now. 16-13 now. Drop in from Leia. Cross court. Switch it up. Firing away. Look at that get from Tyra. Places it in there. They're still alive. They're up at the kitchen now. Dink out wide. Then gets the firefight started, and look at that. That lands in. Tyra gets the flash to within 2. 17-16. Hustlers still out in front. We'll start with some dinking. And then Tyra fires away, and look at this. Bags Leia. Tie game, 17. So Dallas still down by a point. Looking to tie this thing up. 20-21. Stuck back at the baseline, trying to drop it in. That one bounces. Here comes Tyra in the middle. Oh, Jackie hits it in the net. We're tied up at 21. So we end up tied at 24. This one is so intense. Leia dropping it in. They're up at the kitchen. Fires away. Firefight. New York comes out on top. 25-24. They have a game point now. And so on game point, Jackie drops the third. Oh, and that's in the net. So the Hustlers stay alive. It's 26-24. They tied this match up 1 game apiece. Okay, some of these signs are creative, and then there's this. You know, with most of these people, I'm like, where did you get the material to make a sign? And then there's this guy who has a clipboard. I'm more confused where he got a clipboard from. And that looks like lined paper. I mean, it's hole punched. You know what? I gotta say, I'm impressed with this. So here we go. Let's go to mixed doubles. CJ Klinger and Jackie Kawamoto taking on Augie Ga and Hurricane Tyra Black. Look at that shot from Jackie, and then CJ is there, ready to go. Hustlers out in front, 6-4. So 7-5 now. Check this shot out from Hurricane Tyra Black. Look at this. The lob misses. Gets it back in, though, somehow. And then look, Augie blew it. That would have been a cool point. Hustlers up 8-5. 11-8 here. CJ, big drive down the line. The next one is a drop up at the kitchen. Firefight. Oh, that's off the net once. And then watch this. How about twice? Firefight. Slowed back down. Oh, and then that's in the net from Tyra. Hustlers out in front by 4. So the Flash down by 2. It's 14-16. Tyra drops it in. They're up at the kitchen. Attacks. Goes at CJ. Oh, and then look at that. Augie Ga places it in there. Pulls the Flash 2 within 1. So 18-15. New York starting to run away with this one. Trying to drop it in there. Big overhead from Tyra. Tries to drop it short. CJ's getting everything. Nice reset. And then here comes Jackie. Attacking. Goes after Tyra. Oh, what a get. Oh, what another get. She gets it over. How did she do that? Dallas Flash better win this. Look at her just ripping balls, and that's in the net from New York. What a rally. Tyra was playing so aggressive there. My goodness. Crowd getting so hyped. This guy's covering his ears. It's loud in here. I don't like it. The Hustlers still out in front. It's 21-20 now. We're all up at the kitchen. Cross-court dinks. ATP from Tyra. CJ hits that wide. So we're tied up at 21. The Dallas Flash with the lead. 23-22. Big drive. Cross-court from Tyra. Another one. The drop from Augie at the kitchen. Going cross-court. Tyra goes at CJ, who attacks. That one's popped up. That hits the back line. Uh-oh, Hustlers back on D. What a get from Jackie. Trying to drop it in. CJ's like, I guess I'll go up. Oh, and can't hit the second ball. So the Flash have game point. Augie Ga with the serve. CJ returns. The drop from Augie. And then Tyra goes right at CJ. That's off the net. You can't handle it. So 25-22, the Dallas Flash win this one. They're up 2-1. A chance to take this match in this next mixed game. So we'll go to our next mixed game here. Leia Jansen and Jack Sock on the Hustlers taking on J.W. Johnson and his sister, Jorja Johnson. If the Dallas Flash win this one, they take the first match. If the Hustlers win this, we're going to go to a Dream Breaker. So this is an intense game right here. J-Dub coming to take a ball from his sister. Dink in middle. And then look at this. Jack Sock waits for his moment to hit the Ernie. Hustlers leading 6-2. So 3-7 here. Check this out. Dink in cross court from the ladies. And then watch. We're going to get Leia to hit a net cord there. And then a net cord back. And then an ATP. And J-Dub can't get that in. 8-3 now. So Jack Sock and Leia absolutely dominate this one. It's a blowout. 24-13. Game point. That goes long. We're headed to a Dream Breaker for our first match in Premier for the playoffs. How exciting. So the Dallas Flash out in front early on. It's 7-4. We'll go here. Leia versus Tyra. What a matchup. Look at these angles. Leia puts one down the line and then goes angled. And look at that get from Tyra. Leia luckily gets to it. So Flash out in front 9-7. Just a 2-point game here. Tui from J-Dub. The forehand. Look at this. That pops up and the spin is so much it goes right in the net. How did he do that? What was J-Dub supposed to do here? So Jack Sock looking to tie this thing up. Down 8-9. Goes right and then goes left. Classic tennis move. But Jack Sock won 3 in a row against J-Dub. Make that 4. The shutout on J.W. Johnson right here. That's big. Hustlers in front 11-9. Dallas Flash get it to a 1-point game. 11-12 here. Big drive from Augie. Look at this. CJ's ready. 13-11 now. So it comes down to this. Hustlers up 18-14. Jack Sock versus J-Dub. J-Dub previously lost 4 straight. So let's see if Jack can pull that off again and get them to win. J-Dub up at the kitchen. Able to get 1. 15-18. He's able to get 2. 16-18. Tui. That's wide. He's able to get 3. And so here we go. Can J-Dub get a sweep of his own and tie this thing up? It's 17-18. Jack Sock at the kitchen. Nice drop from J-Dub. Comes up. Oh, and that's in the net. So he could only get 3. Hustlers still out in front by 2. So here we go. Match point for the Hustlers. Of course, it comes down to CJ Klinger. The backhand flick. Another backhand. That's good. CJ Klinger pulls it off. The New York Hustlers win the Dream Breaker, take the first match of this quarterfinal. That's a big upset for the 6th seed. Took them down on their home court. All right, so let's go to the second match. This was the next day on ESPN2. How special. We'll start here, men's doubles. Look at this. CJ Klinger takes the drop, and then the Cobra. Oh, brutal body bag on Augie. 14-17 here. Hustlers down by 3. We got some dinking. CJ, little punch with the backhand, and look at that speed up from Jack Sock. Gets the bag. 1-point game here. 18-19. Hustlers looking to tie it. Big drop. Look at that tweener from CJ. Keeps this ball in. Oh, please win this point, Hustlers. Jack Sock, oh, hits it long. He blew it again. Still a 1-point game here. 19-20. The drop in from CJ. We're up at the kitchen. Let's get the firefight started. Everybody involved. Nice winner from CJ. Tied up at 20. By the way, how do we feel about these shirts that the Dallas Flash got on? Look at that. Flick Wizard on the back of J-Dub's shirt. Interesting. Also, the gold foil. I don't know. I feel like that could be distracting. They should just turn around and distract the other players on the Hustlers. Anyways, we go here. It's 22-20. Start with some dinking. Pulling CJ out wide. Gonna go to Augie, cross court, back and forth. Augie goes middle, switches it up. J-Dub getting involved. Augie tries to speed up, slow things back down. Jack Sock speeds up. Firefight. Let's go. Oh, CJ Klinger hits it in the perfect spot. 23-21. CJ trying to attack off the dink. Hits the net, though. And then look at this. The speed up from Augie off the net. So the Dallas Flash have game point here in game 1. We're at 24-21. So game point for Dallas. Can they pull off the win here in game 1? Jack Sock taking over all these balls. Big overhead. Puts it down the middle. So the Hustlers stay alive. And so on 22-24. Looking to make this a 1-point game. Nice drop. Great angle from J-Dub. Cross court dink in. Augie goes middle. Waits for his moment. J-Dub, backhand, cross court. Augie steps in and fires. Oh, and J-Dub ends up getting bagged. So 23-24, 1-point game. And so another game point here for the Dallas Flash. That return is popped up and, oh, wide from Augie Ga. Okay, so we have a tie game here, 24-24. So we're all tied up at 25 here. Cross-court dinking going on for days. And then watch this. The speed up off the net. J-Dub loses his hat. Couldn't handle it. So CJ Klinger gets the Hustlers out in front. A game point for them now. Tied up at 27 now. This one is getting deep. Start with some dinking here. Waiting for the moment to strike, and it's Jack Sock. Firefight. J-Dub hits it middle. Flash out in top once again. 28-27. So we're at 29-29. Oh my goodness. We're going to hit 30 in this game. ESPN's got to love this. Look at the flick from Jack Sock. Gets the Hustlers a game point. We're going back and forth. So we're tied up at 30 now. This is getting so crazy. This game had a lot of dinking too, which actually was surprising for me. And then look at this. Firefight initiated. That's off the net and out. Hustlers once again have a game point. So now we're tied up at 32. I mean, this is crazy for a playoff game. CJ speeds it up. Jack Sock finishes. Another game point. Does anybody want to win this one? I'm okay if nobody does because this is so fun to watch. Look at the drop from CJ. The Ernie. Jack Sock. Oh my gosh. Oh, that would have been the craziest finish. In the net, though, we're tied up at 33 now. So another game point. This is the 6th game point, and in the net. Oh my gosh. Dallas Flash 6 times fought them off. Dallas Flash end up with another game point for themselves. This is number 7 for them. Trying to work their way up. The Cobra. Drop it in. We're dinking. Cross court. The flick from Augie. Slowed back down. A flick from CJ. That's long. Oh my gosh. I can't stand this. We're tied at 35. Let's just go to 40, shall we? Oh, look at that from J-Dub. Another game point for them. This is number 8. Look at this guy in the back. He's like, I can't take it. Oh. So another game point. I've lost track at this point. But it's 36-35. Can the Dallas Flash pull it off? They try speeding up. Block from Jack Sock. Oh, and J-Dub with the overhead. They finally do it. So they win this 37-35. That was crazy. Oh, it's got to be so frustrating for the Hustlers to have that many opportunities. You got to capitalize on that against the 3 seed. All right, so let's jump to the women's doubles game now. We're going to go here. It's 8-3. Dallas Flash out in front by 5. Check this out. The drop in. Tyra and Jorja trying to work their way to the kitchen. They do. We'll get some dinking. They're going middle. And over to Jackie. Go out wide to Leia. On middle again. Tyra cross court. Not ready to fire away. Leia to Jorja. She fires away. Firefight. Jorja finishes. She's pumped. 9-3 now. 4-10 here. Hustlers got a lot to do if they want to get back into this. So we're up to Dinkin. Tyra fires away down the middle. Firefight started. That's popped up. They throw it up. That lands in. Leia's like, duck. Nice lob over them. Gets it to land. So 5-point game now. So Hustlers get this to a 1-point game. It's 13-14. Big drive from Leia. Backhand drop in the corner. Jackie drops middle. Leia gets them up to the kitchen. The lob. Oh, and that twists them up. So we've got a tie game here at 14-14. So we're tied up 15-15. This game is getting intense. 2 straight awesome games so far. Look at this. We'll get some dinking. We're going all over the court. Leia to Tyra. Now she's going to Jorja. We're going middle. Then to Leia's forehand. All right, dinking. Let's go. Get it started. Come on. Jackie tries a lob. Doesn't work, but they stay alive. Tyra attacks. That's off the net. Gives the Hustlers another chance. We're back up at the kitchen. More dinking. Going middle. Leia going middle. Keep going to that same spot. Tyra able to attack. Firefight started. Leia comes down on a ball. And they take the lead 16-15. So the Hustlers fought off a game point 21-24. Jackie drops it in. Drops another. We're up at the kitchen. Fires away. Let's go. Firefight. Jackie doesn't have the finishing power, but Leia does. And oh, that's in the net. Oh, man. So another game point for Dallas. So here we go. Game point for the Flash. The Hustlers have already been here last game. And the women do the same. Get themselves back in it. Sped up, but slowed back down. Dig into Tyra. Leia fires. Tyra slows it back down with an angled shot. Dinkin cross court. Goes middle. Jackie middle. Jackie middle again. Tyra fires at the right time. The Dallas Flash get their second win, 25-21. So we'll go to our mixed doubles. Dallas could win the match here. We're at 0-0. Leia, ATP works. See, this is where the 3 seed comes in handy. They were able to react to the matchup that was placed in front of them, Jack Sock and Leia. So they decide, you know what? J-Dub and Jorja didn't play well against them. Let's send Augie and Tyra out there. Leia Jansen, look at that overhead. So Flash out in front, 11-8 here. Drop from Tyra. Jack resets down the line, cross court. Look at this. The ATP from Leia. Jack Sock cleans it up with a very shallow overhead. Luckily enough, that one is out. So the Hustlers got it at 9-11. Flash leading by 4 here. 22-16. They are on their way to a 3-0 victory if they could keep this up. Nice get from Tyra. Big overhead from Jack Sock. Augie takes that ball, and then look at this get. Jack Sock just fights that ball from hitting his face. The drop from Tyra. Jack Sock hits that wide. So the Flash leading 23-16. 23-16. Tyra drive to Jack Sock, and look at Augie come in. Poaches that to get them to a match point. And so on match point for the clean 3-game sweep. Dinks middle. Jack Sock speeds up. Oh, and then that one's out in the net. So they take it 25-16. Dallas Flash tie this series up 1 match apiece. We're heading to a match 3. So very smart move by Dallas to send out Augie and Tyra to take on Jack Sock and Leia. All right, so let's go to match number 3. How exciting. So we'll start at game 1, women's doubles this time. Jorja and Tyra leading this 11-6 against Leia Jansen and Jackie Kawamoto. Up at the kitchen, we got some dinking. Fired away from Jackie. Overhead. Oh! And Tyra hits the ball into Jorja. So Flash still out in front by quite a bit. It is 14-8 here. Trying to drop it in. They're stuck back at the baseline. They get a break because that's off the net. And look at this. Jorja firing away. Tyra firing away. Good gets from the Hustlers. But finally, the Flash finish it. 15-8. 13-16. Hustlers getting themselves back into this. Big drives from Jackie. Drops it in. Leia in the transition zone. Can't get one in. They're back on defense. Good gets, though. Trying to get it in there. She's stuck back there. Jackie, what a great get. Able to drop it in. They work their way up. And we're up at the kitchen. Oh, tough dink there for Leia. Jackie goes middle, then fires away. Let's go. That's popped up. Big overhead. Nice get. Another overhead. Jackie firing it. Jackie again. How about another overhead for Jackie? Dallas Flash playing great defense, but only for so long. Hustlers get it to a 2-point game. So 23-20. Flash looking to get themselves to a game point. Jorja fires away. Firefight started. Jackie can't handle it. So the Flash, 24-20. They have game point. So the Hustlers get it to 23-24. Looking to tie this thing up. Big drive from Jackie. Drops the next one. That's off the net. They dink middle. Again, dink middle. Leia with the overhead. Tied up at 24. Let's go. So the Hustlers looking to take the lead here. Tied up at 24. Leia with the drop. It's a little bit high. Stuck back on D now. Good gets. Another great get from Leia. In the middle, Jackie gets it out wide. Leia pops that up. Overhead. Doesn't go too hard. Jackie comes in and, oh, that's in the net. So the Flash get the rally. 25-24. Game point for them. And then here we go on game point. 25-24. Jorja speeds up. Slowed back down. Leia dinks middle. Tyra speeds up again. And look at that. The Dallas Flash win game one 26-24. So next up, let's go to men's doubles. Hopefully this isn't a 35-37 point game again. That would be crazy. That game took forever. Here we are though. Early on, 1-1. Dinkin. One's going to go out wide. Augie go. Wow, hits the ATP. The tiniest of windows to do that. So we end up at 23-16. Big lead for Dallas. We got Dink in here, and then Flick Wizard flicks it right at Jack Sock. Bags them. Get themselves to a game point. And so on 24-20, game point for Dallas, looking to get up 2-0. That's off the net. Sets the boys up well. So Dallas Flash take this 25-20. They are 1 game away. And so we'll go to our first mixed game. Once again, they send out Tyra and Augie to take on Jack Sock and Leia. And look at this. ATP. Augie's there to clean it up. 4-0 early on. So the Flash have match point, series point here. 24-19. Leia, wow, with a deep shot. That's in, though. Big overhead. That works. 4-point game. Hustlers not out of this. So here we go, 20-24. Leia goes middle. She's going to go out wide. Be careful. ATP from Augie. It works. So the Flash have another match point. Flash with the momentum, but hold up. Pause it. Something is on the court. What is that? Is that a bug? What happened? What is that? Anyways, back to it. Match point once again. 24-20. Augie go. Serving. Leia returning. Trying to drop it in. Jack Sock speeds up. Leia. Oh, that's long from Tyra. So 21-24. So here we go. Jack Sock serving. Jack gonna drive the third. That's popped up. Drives the fifth. Leia comes in. Gets it to a 2-point game. Here we go. So 22-24. Leia serving. Gonna drive the third. Popped up. The fifth is driven. Uh-oh, that's off the net. Jack Sock, nice drop. Leia can't reset it. So the Flash with another match point chance. So match point. Can the Flash move on through the playoffs and get themselves to a semifinal? The drop from Augie, that's in the net. We've got a 1-point game. So Jack Sock serving. Hustlers looking to tie it. Drives the third. Drops the fifth. That's off the net. It's good. Jack Sock fires away. Uh-oh. Gets them into trouble. That's through the middle. Flash barely escaped that point. They've got match point again. So match point once again. Can the Flash advance? Drops it in. Dink in cross court. Leia goes to Tyra. Leia goes to Tyra again. Jack Sock goes middle. Augie taking the middle. Dink speeds up on Leia, and she can handle it. So the Flash sweep the Hustlers twice in a row. 3 games in 3 games. Wow. So the Flash are moving on. Looking back, seems like they won this based off of their choice on who to play in mixed doubles. That just goes to show you how important the regular season is. You can't let some of those matches slip. You know, if the Hustlers had done a little bit better and had a higher seed than them, they could have chosen to send Jack, Sock, and Leia out against J-Dub and Jorja. Nonetheless, the Flash pull it off. Great win from them in the third. All right, last but not least, we've got the other premier match. We've got the Texas Ranchers taking on the DC Pickleball team. So we'll start here Women's doubles.
There's the very concerned.
We've got Vivienne David and Rachel Rohrbacher against Tina Pisnik and Etta Wright. Tina Pisnik was crushing it this game. I mean, she just seems to know exactly where to place the ball. Clean winners all day. 21-16 here. 5-point lead for the Ranchers. And look at this. Comes in and gets that. And Etta Wright finishes 22-16. So the Ranchers have game point here in game one. 24-21. The drop from Etta. Another drop. They get up. Reset from Tina. She's the reset queen. And look at this. Speed up goes long from Rachel. So they take game one 25-21. I guess technically the Ranchers are a home team too. This is in Texas. This guy in attendance. Apparently this guy is quote unquote famous. This is Amir Lancaster. I'll be honest, I have no idea who he is. I guess he does real estate. He's on TV shows. I guess he's on this show Summer House Martha's Vineyard. I don't know. I've never heard of this show. Well, I guess they canceled it after his season. I don't know. Maybe this is a big deal for some people. But anyways, we'll move on to men's doubles. 7-9 here. DC's got James Ignatowicz and Dekel Bar. Look at him with the, I guess we'll count that as a Burt. Ranchers with Quang Duong and Christian Alshon. Look at this. Tries the shake and bake. Can't quite get it. Quang Duong gives a nice ball to James Ignatowicz, who bags Christian Alshon. 21-18. Texas out in front by 3. Big drive from Quang Duong. Christian Alshon's there to hit the shake and bake, but man, what a great counter. DC gets it to a 2-point game. So the Ranchers out in front by 1, 23-22. This game is so intense. Look at this firefight. Slowed back down. Quang Duong drops it in. Both of them at the kitchen now. Christian Alshon gets thrown out wide. Go to Quang. Back to Christian. Cross court Dinkin. Goes middle. Quang Duong to James Ignatowicz. Throws him out wide. He recovers. Oh, and that's in the net. Christian Alshon, so pumped. Gets the Texas Ranchers to a game point. Amir loving it. He's like, yep, good timeout. Good timeout. I know pickleball things. Yep. So game point for the Ranchers. Looking to go up 2-0. Nice dig from Quang Duong. Firefight started. Christian pops that up. DC makes it a 1-point game. So here we go. Looking to tie things up. Firefight. That's in the net. Ranchers have another chance. Christian Alshon, it all comes down to you. Serves it up in the net. Oh no, tie game, 24-24. And so 24-24, the drop from Jimmy. Another drop, Dekel Bar, nice reset. Quang Duong fighting for his life. Oh, and Jimmy goes at Christian Alshon. They take the lead, 25-24. Quang Duong getting a serious talking to. He's like, you're doing this, but you need to do this. He's like, oh, I think you're right, Dad. I trust you. Was he filming that whole thing? I feel like in a few years, we're going to have an awesome documentary, and it's all going to be shot on that phone. So DC with a game point for themselves, looking to tie this match up 1-1. Quang Duong hits that off the net, and Jimmy finishes. Look at that. They came back. So they take this one 26-24. We're tied 1 game apiece, headed into game 3. So we'll go to our first mixed game here. It's 11-14. DC out in front. DC is going to send out Rachel Rohrbacher and James Ignatowicz to take on Etta Wright and Christian Alshon. Got some dinking going on. Christian taking up a lot of space. Etta going cross court to Rachel. Cross court. Jimmy waiting. Rachel speeds up. And then look at this. Oh my goodness. James Ignatowicz goes right at Christian Alshon, who almost counters the craziest scorpion shot ever. Look at this. Gets a piece of it. So DC has game point here, 24-17. So windy, the camera's shaking. I'm getting dizzy watching. That's out. And so DC takes this one 25-17. So here we go. Our fourth game, mixed match number 2. Dekel Bar and Vivienne David. Look at Dekel Bar with the Ernie, the double Ernie. How did he do that? So 11-8 here, 3-point lead for Texas. Big Tui from Quang Duong. Nice get from Tina Pisnik. Here comes Quang Duong in the middle. Look at him dominate. 12-8. Okay, that's a cool sign. 13-8 here. Quang Duong starting to take over. Watch this. Just running stuff. Look at that. 14-8. 13-16. DC starting to get themselves back in this. Big drive from Deckelbar. Comes all the way across. Uh-oh. What side are you going to stay on? He's got a switch. Deckelbar with the two-y. Quang Duong can't hit the counter, so it's 14-16 now. More coaching from Duck Duong. He's like, you're doing all this. You got to stop. No, that's not right. What you got to do is do that over there. This is like the most I've seen him get angry. He looks very disappointed, shaking his head. Oh, man. Like you're wasting all your opportunities. Let's see if Quang Duong can bounce back. Look at the other coach, Brian DeWision, the good cop. Duck Duong, the bad cop, looking him behind him. He's like, no. That's not how you coach. So DC has the lead now. They're winning by 2. It's 19-17, and Deckelbar is starting to take over. Just stands there. Statue mode activated. So 21-18 now. We're into Dinkin mode here at the kitchen. Tina Pisnik fires away. Quang Duong, no! Missed opportunity. Oh, his dad is probably throwing a fit. So game point for DC. Sorry, it's match point, I mean. Here we go. Drop from Deckelbar. Quang Duong in the middle. Lets that one go, and that's out. Another chance for Texas. Quang Duong serving on 21-24. Big third. That's in the net. 2-point game now. Tina Pisnik serving on 22-24. Another big third from Quang Duong. Another one in the net. 1-point game. So 23-24. Texas. Big drive. Another big drive. Tina Pisnik. Oh, can't hit the shot. So DC has another chance here. So match point for DC. The drop from Vivienne Glosman comes up, tries to hit another one, then attacks, and oh no, that's long. The game is tied. She's like, oop, that was a big mistake. So tied up at 24, Texas serving. The drop from Tina. Deckelbar in the middle, and that's long. Oh no. Did Deckelbar just choke? Martha Vineyard boy can't believe it. So Texas with another chance to take this game. 25-24. Of course, a third drive, a fifth drive. How about a sixth? Or I mean, the seventh. He drops it. Anyways, Tina. Oh no, Tina. That's the second time she's done that. Tie game once again. So Deckelbar serving 25-25. Drops the third. Quang Duong plays it safe, resets. Tina Pisnik, cross court, goes to Deckelbar. Deckel goes middle. Quang Duong. Uh-oh. Vivienne Glosman tries to speed up, pays for it. Texas out in front once again, 26-25. Another game point to try to force a dream breaker. Quang Duong rips a third, rips a fifth, seventh. Oh no, and Tina Pisnik misses the reset again. That ball was probably going out. Oh, no. And so DC ends up with match point. Deckelbar serving. Drives the third, and oh, no. Quang Duong and Tina Pisnik get tied up. So DC ends out on top. 28-26. They take this first match. What a win. Quang Duong's dad shaking his head, so pissed. All right, let's go to match number 2. So here we go. This is 15-22. Ranchers were out in front by 9, but here comes DC. Starting to get themselves into this thing. Lots of cross-court dinks. Tina Pisnik doing a good job. Defending everything. That one's out wide. Uh-oh, leaves that one up. But Rachel fires middle, gets it. So we've got a 6-point game now. But the Ranchers end up with a game point here in game 1, 24-19. Tina Pisnik dropping it in. That's high. Rachel fires away. And look at that. DC comes out on top. So a 4-point game, 20-24. So DC pulls to within 2 points, 22-24. Let's have a firefight, shall we? Everybody getting involved. Rachel, oh, just wide. So another game point for Texas. And then here we go. Rachel Rohrbacher hits a dink, keeps himself in it. 23-24, 1 point game now. They were down by 9 points at one point. So DC looking to tie this thing. It's 23-24. Uh-oh, they're stuck back at the baseline. Ripping balls, trying to get anything in there. Just keep it alive, tossing it up, trying to drop one in. They're just hanging back at the baseline, and Tina Pisnik off the bounce. That's in the net. Tie game at 24. So Texas ends up with a game point. Once again, a chance at redemption. Tina drops it in. Volley dink. Speed up from Rachel. Oh, and Etta Wright with a big overhead. So Texas holds on to the win. 26-24. They take game one. We're indoors, but we still got a leaf blower? What is this for? What could possibly be the concern on an indoor court? I don't get it. Texas here in men's doubles up 15-11. How about we get a little firefight? Let's go. Back and forth. Who's going to come out on top? DC does. Makes it a 3-point game. Very next point on 12-15. Let's get another firefight, shall we? Christian Alshon this time speeds things up. Let's go. Out in front. Texas, 16-12. So the Ranchers got game point here. Looking to go up 2-0 against DC. Christian Alshon speeds up. It works. So they take this one 25-20. So the Ranchers are within one. It's 18-19 here in mixed doubles. Look at this. Ernie from Deckelbar. DC with game point here. 24-22. Drive from Vivienne. Drop from Deckelbar. Off the bounce. Quang Duong ends up hitting a nice angled shot. Tina Pisnik, dinking, cross court, and that's in the net. So Texas pulls two within one. So 23-24. Quang Duong rips a third. That's in the net. Tie game, 24-24. So tied up at 24 apiece. Look at this. Tina Pisnik goes back door. Texas takes the lead. Match point for them. So here we go, 25-24. Tina Pisnik drops it, and Deckelbar with the Ernie. Keeps himself in this, tied up at 25. So 25-25. The drop from Deckel. Vivienne Glosman. Oh, that's off the net. Quang Duong so frustrated. DC with game point. The Ranchers end up with another game point. It's 27-26. Deckelbar hit a few shots in the net. The drop from Tina. Tina Pisnik dinks, cross court, goes down the line. Quang Duong. Tina Pisnik again. That's high. Oh, had a chance to attack, but that's in the net. We're tied up at 27. So we're at 30-29. DC, another game point here. A drop from Vivienne. Quang Duong goes cross-court dink, ATP defended. Oh, and then Quang Duong is there. So he ties it up at 30 for them. But Quang Duong rips a third, drops the next one, trying to work his way up, and oh, that's in the net. DC with another game point now. And so on 33-32, game point again for DC. The big drop off the bounce. Quang Duong trying to keep DC back on the baseline. Oh, and that's long. So finally, DC pulls it out. They take this third game. We're headed to game 4 now. So our fourth game, second for mixed. We've got music playing in the background. What is going on here? That is loud. Probably very distracting. Anyways, Texas down by 1. It's 10-11 here. Start with some dinking. Christian Alshon wants to hit the Ernie. Comes in the middle. That's in the net. He's screaming. He's pumped that he just missed a dink. Referee timeout. I think they're going to address the music situation. It is just blasting in here. Music's done. There we go.
Nope. Just kidding. It's back.
Back on. Okay, never mind.
Let's play a game of what song is this called?
So the Ranchers have match point here. 24-22. Etta Wright serving. She's going to drop the third. Oh, look at this. James comes in and takes it. Going with Christian Alshon. He comes out on top. 1 point game. So DC trying to force the dream breaker, but Texas has another match point here. Drive from Christian Alshon. That's long. He screams. He's so pumped. So Texas takes match number 2. We're going to a third match. So game 1, women's doubles. DC has game point 24-20 here in this third match. Looking good for DC. We have some dinking out wide. Tina Pisnik to Rachel. To Tina. Goes middle, speeds up, off the net and out. So Texas stays alive. 21-24 now. So 23-24. Texas Rangers looking to tie it. Oh, and they go middle. And it works. We're tied up at 24. But DC comes back. They've got another game point here. 25-24. The drop from Rachel. Another drop in the middle. Attacks, and it works. So DC does get it done. 26-24. They take game 1. So game 2, men's doubles. We're tied up at 14 apiece here. Watch this from DC. Deckelbar comes flying in, and James Ignatowicz with the big overhead. So they take the lead 15-14. So 16-16. Watch this ATP, and then Deckelbar's there in the middle to clean things up. This guy's pumped. So 24-20, Texas with game point. Trying to tie this match up. James Ignatowicz tries to hit the ATP, doesn't work. Deckelbar's there. Uh-oh, close call. What do we think? He's like, crowd, tell me, was it in, was it out? He's like, it was out? Oh, all right, fine. Fair enough, it was out. So the Ranchers have game point once again, 24-22. Big drive from Quang Duong seals the deal. So we are tied up 1 game apiece here in match number 3. So here we go. Mixed doubles. Tina Pisnik and Quang Duong against Vivienne David and Deckelbar. And look at that. Tina Pisnik with the ATP to get us started. So DC leading this 22-21. Quang Duong up at the kitchen. Look at him go to work. Big overheads. Texas ties it up at 22. So game point for DC. Looking to go up 2-1. Big drive from Deckel. The drop from Vivienne. Quang Duong goes middle. We got some dink in. Cross court. Oh, and Deckel hits that in the net. So tied up at 24. So the Ranchers have game point now. 26-25. The drop from Tina. Quang Duong. Oh, hits the overhead way long. His dad is so pissed. So 26-26. Drive from Deckel. He drops it. Vivienne David. Tina Pisnik speeds it up. Firefight. Texas comes out on top. Another chance at game point. So Quang Duong serving. Can he redeem himself? Will he make his father proud? That's long. Texas does it. So can James Ignatowicz and Rachel Rohrbacher save DC from going down to Texas? James, wait a minute. That's not a cold brew. What is that? Is that like electrolyte mix? I don't know. I think you should be drinking some cold brew. I don't care how late at night it is. So here we go. It's 12-10 here. Texas out in front. Chance to win this match. James Ignatowicz getting big in the middle. What a get from Etta Wright. Christian Alshon come running in. Whoa, my goodness. Etta Wright, are you kidding me right now? What amazing reset. Speeds it up. Firefight. Slowed back down. Dinkin cross court. Christian speeds up. That's off the net, and Etta Wright finishes. So Texas gets it to 13-10. So the Ranchers have match point, series point here on 24-19. Oh, tough dink for James Ignatowicz, and look at that. The Texas Ranchers upset the DC Pickleball team. They win it in 3 matches. So DC goes home. Texas Ranchers. Oh, wow. Strong chest bump from Christian Alshon. So Texas is going to move on to the semifinals. All right, well, that's going to do it for our recap of the first round of playoffs for MLP. But before we get out of here, let's do some hooks of the week. All right, Hooks of the Week is brought to you by Close Call Replay. If you've been watching the PPA or MLP recently, you know all about Close Call Replay. They weren't available last weekend, and oh my goodness, did we miss them. Close Call Replay is a production company that's in charge of running the challenge system. So as you can see in this video right here, very easy to tell if a ball is in or out. Pickleball is a little bit weird. We have players making the call. So without a system like this, I mean, it's just not fair. But Close Call Replay is the solution to all of our problems. They're quick, It's clear. It's good for the players. It's good for the referees. Good for us fans too. Because without this, we're left with just like blurry images and we're looking at it like, I don't know, maybe it's in, maybe it's out. It takes us like 10 minutes to not even figure it out in the end. If we ever want this sport to be taken seriously, this is a must-have. So I'm glad it's here, but our job is not done. So even though the PPA does have close call replay, they only have it on Championship Court and Grandstand. They have a bunch of other courts without it, which means that players are probably getting away with a lot of hooks, a lot of cheating going on. So that's where we come in. We all need to make sure that not only do we tell PPA, hey, we love close call replay, we're glad it's here, but we want more. We want it on all the courts. We want to see fair games and fair calls. So let's help out. Let's support close call replay by letting the PPA know we like it. We want to see more of it. And please don't ever take it away because we absolutely need it, as you're about to see. Coming in at number 3, DC versus Texas. This is the first match. We're in game 4. Tight game. Quang Duong, how dare you? Quang Duong is sneaky. He is a little hook. I mean, look at that. Come on.
It sure did. Corner pocket for Big D.
I mean, that's not even close to wide, not even close to deep. Coming in at number 2, this is the dream breaker between Frisco and Miami. And look at this shot from Ava Radkowska. Bobby Oshiro was like, all right, let's move on. That was definitely out. Let's see. We get the picture in picture. I love it so much. That is so clearly in. Let's just move on. I mean, that is like almost on the blue. That's so in. Yup. Bobby's like, yep, I knew. Thought I can get away with it. Ava's like, yeah. So silly. Coming in at the number 1 hook of the week. You know, sometimes people are curious how I rank these. Sometimes it's by how much a ball was in. Sometimes it's about how close the match was. But this one right here, this is the number 1 because they're not going to even challenge it. And they get away with it. Let's see. Show us the picture in picture. That is in. Crucial moment of the game. It's one thing to try to hook somebody, but we get to challenge it. But close call replay can't help us out when they don't even try to challenge a shot. But thankfully, they put the little picture in picture up there. And we're able to see, yeah, that was a hook by Christian Alshon. All right, well, that's going to do it for this week's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Before you head out of here, real quick, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel in case you're not already subscribed. Hit that notification bell too. That way you always get notified the minute I drop a new episode. Share this episode with your friends. Get them caught up so everybody can watch the MLP finals. And also leave me a comment down below. I'm curious to hear who you think is going to win the finals. Next week, we've got PPA. So make sure you tune back in for that. And we'll see you then. Take care.
Forgiveness is more than saying sorry.